I'm going to sing one of my favorite bhajans by Bhakti Vinoda Thakur, and I'm going to translate that from Bengali to English for you. It's a song glorifying the chanting of the holy name, how you can do this wherever you want, whenever you want, whoever you are, wherever you are. Chant the holy name of Krishna, of Lord Hari. So I'm going to sing this for you. Gaye Gora Madhur Sware, gan Gaye Gora Madhur Sware. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gaye Gora Madhur Sware. Gaye Gora Madhur Sware means Lord Gauranga is singing in a very, very sweet, melodious voice. What is he singing? The Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Grihe thako, bone thako, sada hori bole dako. Grihe thako, bone thako, sada hori bole dako. সুখে দুঃখে ভুলো নাকো, বদনে হরি নাম করো রে। সুখে দুঃখে ভুলো নাকো, বদনে হরি নাম করো রে। গায় গোরা মধুর স্বরে, গান গায় গোরা মধুর স্বরে। Grihe thako, bone thako, which means you stay at home or you stay in the forest. That means you're a grahastha, married with family, or you're a sannyasi living in the forest. Grihe thako, bone thako, sada hori bole dako. Whether you're a sannyasi or a grahastha, doesn't matter. Always chant the holy name of the Lord. Holy name of Lord Hari. Right? Shukhe dukhe bhulo nako. So shukhe dukhe means in happiness or in distress. Don't forget to chant the holy name. Because sometimes in happiness we get, carried away. In distress, we start blaming God. But in both situations, the solution is chant the holy name. Equipoised. Not forgetting that what is good and what is bad is just a reality of the world. But chanting is the only constant, the only thing we have access to. And it is the most powerful medicine for solving any problem and connecting us to Supreme Lord. So, shukhe dukhe bhulo nako, bodone, in your lips, chant the holy name. Bodone hori naam karo re, gaye gora madhur sware. Maya jale baddho hoye, acho miche kaj loye. Maya jale baddho hoye, acho miche kaj loye. এখনো চেতনা পেয়ে রাধা মাধব নাম করো রে। এখনো চেতনা পেয়ে রাধা মাধব নাম করো রে। গায় গোরা মধুর স্বরে, গান গায় গোরা মধুর স্বরে। So Bhakti Vinoda Thakur is saying that in this world of illusion, we invest so much in this and that thing, and this is the most important thing, and eventually, what really matters is our relationship with our Supreme Father. And forgetting that very important relationship, we are going here and there in illusory activities and things that might matter today, might not matter tomorrow, right? So Maya Jale, which means the network of illusion, right? Maya is showing us this is important, that is important, this is important, that is important, and we get lost in those things, right? Maya Jale baddha hoye, so we are kind of entangled in that Maya Jal, and we are busy all the time. You ask anybody, I don't have time, I'm busy. But guess what? When we prioritize, there is time. Time somehow manifests itself when we prioritize things. If somebody were to have an emergency, go to the hospital, time will manifest, right? So life, we don't know when it will end. It can be an emergency at any given time. So why wait for bad times to call upon God's holy name? Why not always be in Krishna consciousness, or at least try a little bit to do that, right? So that's what Bhakti Vinoda Thakur is saying, that Maya jale baddha hoye acho miche kaj loye, activities that are not very important. We are busy with distractions here and there. And then he's saying, ekhono chetona pe, now that you have the human form of life, with this consciousness, now that you know about Krishna, with this consciousness, chant the glories of Radha Madhava, right? So to sing Radha Madhav Naam Bolo, so chant the holy name of Radha Madhava, glorify the Supreme Lord, now that you have the human form of life. A cat and dog cannot do that, birds and bees cannot do that, but human beings can. We are the only beings who ask questions. We seek higher truth, and we have the opportunity, we have the intelligence to understand higher principles of life. And that means understanding, to whatever degree, the concept of God. And when we understand it from our scriptures, from our gurus, from our sadhus, that's when we should chant, prioritize chanting, right? And then the next verse, Bhakti Vinoda Thakur laments. Jibano hoilo shesh, na bhujile rishikesh, jibano hoilo shesh, na bhujile rishikesh, Bhakti Vinoda Upadesh, ekbar nam roshe matore, Bhakti Vinoda Upadesh, ekbar nam roshe matore, Gaye Gora Madhur Sware, gan Gaye Gora Madhur Sware. So in lamentation, Bhakti Vinoda Thakur says, life is almost over, life is ending. And we have wasted it without chanting the holy name of the Supreme Lord. Jivano hoilo shesh, na bhujile Rishikesh. Rishikesh is another name of Krishna. Right? So Bhakti Vinoda Thakur is saying, life is useless, it's wasted, unless one chants the holy name. The opportunity of life, human life, is so little, right? How long do we live? 60, 70, 80 years. And in that span, if you are sleeping 12 hours a day, 10 hours a day, 8 hours a day, whatever it is, right? We are wasting so many years just by sleeping. So many years are wasted in frivolous activities. We have a little bit of time to actually pursue spirituality, Krishna consciousness. So Bhakti Vinoda Thakur is saying, life is wasted without chanting of the holy name. Jivana hoilo shesh, na bhajile Rishikesh. That you've not worshipped the Lord of the Lords. Bhakti Vinoda Upadesh, Bhakti Vinoda Thakur is instructing, Akbar, once, Akbar Naam Rashe, Naam Ras means the taste of the holy name. Now we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, in a way that's mechanical. But when you get the taste of the holy name, whose name are we chanting? And the name and the named is non-different. Krishna and Krishna's name is non-different. So when you get a taste of Krishna, what that must be like. So he's saying, taste it once in your life, please. It is my request to you. Bhakti Vinoda Thakur, our preeminent acharya, one of our most magnificent gurus in the line of disciplic succession, coming from Lord Krishna all the way to Srila Prabhupada, all the way to us, right? In that line, Bhakti Vinoda Thakur is a preeminent acharya. He is an incredible person who had 10 kids, who was a district magistrate of Jagannath Puri, had a government, very, very, very powerful government job, had a wife, had children, and he was single-handedly managing hundreds of namahattas, that means groups for studying the scriptures and understanding spirituality. And he was writing hundreds of poetry like this, songs like this. He was writing them, he was making it available to those who don't understand Sanskrit. Because these songs are just like the essence that is given in the scriptures. No different. They're not different at all, but they're easy to understand in our local languages. So that's what Bhakti Vinoda Thakur did. He literally used his life where he had job and kids and everything else that a grahastha has, and yet he did so much service. He inspires me like anything. In fact, my first car, we had named Bhakti Vinoda Mobile because I see Bhakti Vinoda Thakur as a person who can utilize anything and everything in Krishna's service. So when I got my first car in the US, we called it Bhakti Vinoda Mobile because we wanted the car to serve Krishna's purpose, right? We were driving students to the temple, we were carrying prasadam for Krishna lunch, we were picking up devotees from the airport, sannyasis and gurus, serving them, letting them use the vehicle for their pleasure and purpose. So, utility is the principle. And that's what Bhakti Vinoda Thakur really taught with his life. He's not a sannyasi, he's not a brahmachari, he is a man of this world, yet he's not a man of this world. he's so much more than that. So all glories to Bhakti Vinoda Thakur and all glories to the holy name of Krishna. I hope this inspires you to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra with a little bit more emphasis so you can taste what Krishna's true holy name tastes like. Get a semblance of Krishna's attraction. Hare